Okay. Let's assume, like, let's recall the two previous events in which one object, here is an object, when it experienced some external force and it started moving in the along the direction of force. We said some work is done, and that work is equal to kinetic energy, change in kinetic energy, kinetic energy. Okay, when there was another case in which we discussed about the motion of an object away towards or away from the earth's surface, like when it was under the influence of some force. Suppose some force is acting on it in upward direction, that might be equal to the weight of the object. Okay, so this object this object moved away from the earth's surface like this, and the work done on it became its potential energy, change in potential energy. Okay, this is potential energy, gravitational potential energy, when object is moving away from the earth's surface. And this is the case of kinetic energy when object is on the earth's surface, then work done would become its kinetic energy. Okay. So we have two cases, kinetic energy case and potential energy case, and work done would become kinetic energy, work done would become gravitational potential energy. Okay, so let's add one more factor. Suppose the object is here and some work is done. Suppose object reached here, and rest of the things along with other things, there is one more factor, which is the time factor. Suppose the object took around 10 seconds, and work done is 100 joules. So in 10 seconds, the work done is 100 joule, or potential energy gained is 100 joule. So now if we would consider the time factor, and considering the time factor, we would like to know that how much work is done in 1 second. So the work done in 1 second would become its power. If we would consider the time factor for a particular amount of work done, then that work done with some time would become its power. So what is power? We can define power as work done per unit time. You can define it in other ways. Work done one second. There is a book language. You can also use the book language. Book language says rate of doing work. Okay, so let's consider the book language. So work done, rate of doing work may be a kinetic energy or a potential energy. It doesn't matter. So we would consider the kinetic energy, and rate means divided by time. We know it very well that whenever we are using the term rate, it means divided by time. Work divided by time is called power. So all these definitions means power. Power. And the formula for power is so work is W and time is T. So work can be, so power is, so work can be in the form of kinetic energy, amount of kinetic energy in a particular amount time, and similarly potential energy over time. So actually the amount of work done, we are actually normally we would calculate the work done in more than 1 seconds. Then we would convert it into the amount of work done in 1 second. So that would become our power. So its unit is, we know that whether it is a kinetic energy, potential energy, or work, its unit would be joules, and for time it is seconds. So joules per second, and joules per second is called watt. So the unit for power is watt, and it can be kilowatt, megawatt, or something like that. So normally there is one more thing regarding power. So 1 horsepower is 746 watt.